Solstice, your Demon Lord, Draco Sahak. Here today we're going to continue with the Fate Stay Night Remaster. We're going to try to get out of the Prologue. Anyway, without ado, let's get started. We're going to launch this up. There we go. Okay, yep, there we go. Where functions are restricted. So yeah, we're gonna... Yes. Time I get back from Mamiyama is 9 p.m. Like Shiro, Sinto, Mamiyama is mostly residential. I need to figure out where to actually, this is where we're restricted, but yeah. After 9, there isn't really anyone outside. And the streets are silent as if it's much later at night. That's it for a tour. Do you get a good look at the city? Yeah, I understand the layout. I'll pick up more details along the way. Worked up for a day, I'm still not feeling great, so I'm going home to rest. I start up the hill at a relaxed place, and when I notice someone up ahead. Is that Sakura? Oh. Uh-oh. No, would not be a good time to run into her. Why are you hiding? Right, there's someone I know up ahead. I skipped school today, so I don't want her to see me. I have to keep an eye on her. In the middle of the street, there was a first-year student I know. And a foreigner I didn't. Gail is there. It's like in the anime. They're talking. It looks more like he's trying to pick her up. Oh, she'd rather be someone else. Are you playing with the foreigner? No, I don't know who that is. There are a lot of European houses here, so maybe he's a tourist. Even as I finish the sentence, and mentally tell myself, for being so soft on that girl. Actually, is he human? Who knows? I can tell he has a human body, so that makes him no servant, at least. Yeah, he is a master driver, so it's probably just some lover's trip. Although, even I don't know if she isn't the sort to get caught up in something like that. We're gone. The girl's going up the hill. And the man. The blonde-haired man descends the street. We came by. You can use this room. Any questions before I go to bed? None in particular. It is wise for you to avoid premature battles. You should let your strength recover tonight. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Make me that tea again. Once I'm back in my room, the fatigue washes over me. Oh yeah, I need to call Kira first. That annoying priest left me a message. By now, he's probably sent a backup message. Isn't my problem, but at least my legal guardian. You know, I'm a phone call at least. Push this number into the telephone. How long the fake priest picks up? Kira, it's me. I contacted a servant yesterday, so you can register me as a master. There's a big pause. Kira sounded suffering. I can feel the weight, even though the video priest said, what will you do next? You should stop by. I have something for you. He asked me to pass it on to you. Only if you become a master before adulthood. Oh, are you talking about Barcelona? I already decided for that. I'll drop by the church if I feel like it. Bye. Wait, now you're a master. Hang up before he finishes. If I listen to Hirosaki while I'm this tired, I am feeling the master energy will drain away instead of recover. Alright, I should be ready. I'll have something to do with sleep. Once I open my eyes, I'll be a brand new day. 10 years ago, my father fought estimation in the Holy Grail War and lost. Now it's my turn to risk it all for the same prize. February 2nd. And after breakfast, I lay my plans out for the day. You're going to school? Yes, do you have a problem with that, Archer? It's not a problem, but... Actually, looks like a bit as a purpose. We're spending the whole day with me, he probably understands how that. Reading the Tuska doesn't go back to her word much she's made up her mind. I guess that's disagreement, even if he doesn't voice it. But I also learned that Archer has a sincere side. Beneath all that sarcasm, he won't whine about the decisions he accepted. Yep, is loyal, awkward, and awkward like that. That's what my intuition says, at least, after watching him yesterday. Now that you're a master, you need to always be worried that you're master. If you're ambushed at school, it would be difficult to protect you. Not necessary, listen here, Archer. No, did say to alter my lifestyle just because of this. Besides, masters fight don't they? I don't think anyone will try to come on me in front of everybody at school. If that's your choice, then I'll follow along. At least let me say Gar's fearful. Surely you don't intend to go there without me. Of course not. Say if we were outsiders, just not at school. This is servant job, so I got I'm glad to hear it. A knight has a duty to repay his lord's trust. You won't be disappointed. So, hypothetically speaking, what would we do if the enemy was in a place you fought safe? Are you supposed to not just a master at the school? Yes, well, it's hard for anyone who is this age. Kids spell trouble if a master has already infiltrated. I think this likely. The Tuskas are the only functioning family of this town. Our one got belly up, so they won't produce masters. How do you know? If there's any mage family in the future besides so, you can bet I've looked into them already. He's the master. As heir to that family, he can't wield the strength to become one. You can safely warn him. I see, so there's another mage at your school, but like the master to be a master. That's right, most of our masters will become from outside. They won't be at my school. For now, perhaps, but there's exceptions everywhere. What will you do if you encounter an unknown mage at school? I'll tell you, that will happen. Mages are sensitive to terror. I spent a whole year at that campus, so I'm able to sense any mage, no matter how hard they try to hide. I'm sorry, there's only 2 mages at the school. And probably without enough power to be a master. Got it now? You're just being paranoid. This scenario is magic will happen. More as you knew. Why I said hypothetical, but the unexpected was just a way of happening. Sometimes, destiny decides to make the impossible come about. If I find ourselves in such a situation, I'll feel not to take it on me. Archer chuckles slyly. So the music's a bit loud. So smug attitude no longer makes me want to do exactly that, but I'll be late for school if I let me keep pushing my buttons. Look, it won't happen. That's what if because it would never happen in the first place, and if it does, it would just mean that I was too naive. I remember you said that. Let's get going then. Takes 30 minutes to get you to school, so you should be very soon if you want to be on time. And we suck. It really did happen. Sorry as well. It really does play to be a pessimist. This is our exact change the moment we pass through the front gate. It's almost time for homeroom, so there's a student on their way to class. They're all around us. Archer and I stand still like a pillar amid the swirling human sea. The air is a segment. Someone's set up a battlefield, don't you think? It isn't finished, but yeah. Prep work is already underway. We must stick to their big shot go around about this upway. More unbelievable amateur. Only a third-rate mage would make such a resistance field. Someone with actual skills would conceal it until it was time to strike. Then how will you rate this mage? Who knows? I can't care less. More importantly, trying such a shy work in my territory is just gonna earn him a beating. That indignant top as I cross through the grounds. And a mage is so sugarcoating it. I won't be satisfied until whoever made this battlefield gets what's coming to them. I went back from the music room after the second period. First year founding in the hallway. She looks like she can use a hand with a large stack of documents she's carrying. Yes, let me help Sakura. Huh? Oh, Jessica. Right now, our class is supposed to take care of our world history. What is that Kusaku thinking making you carry all these? Here, I'll take half. Thank you. Are we taking these to the classroom? No. Mr. Kurosaki says he needs to take it back because there's a typo. I can't believe that. Kurosaki's got such a huge stick up his butt. Once he says suspended an entire exam over a single typo. You mean the exam here at this school? Yeah, it was during midterms last year. It was near the end when everyone's answer sheets were already filled. This came out and said there's a typo and the questions are incorrect. The exam was extended and we will do it tomorrow. The teachers were surprised as we were. People still talk about it. Talk about perfectionist shit. And that's not my Mr. Kurosaki. He's the type of person who believes teachers shouldn't make any mistakes. He goes overboard. You better learn while you can. Once Kurosaki got his mind set up something. He's hard to move as a mountain. You must like him. It's unusual to hear talk about someone like that. Yes, I do wish it were just right. No, he's alright. The way he is, ultimately. Factory at our school is made up of both really nice teachers and some really scary ones. And it's a delicate balance that Mr. Kurosaki is an important part of. He's a stick to the carrot. You'll see more of him next year. Since he teaches ethics. Alright, Sakura, there's something I want to ask you. What is it? It's about yesterday. Were you talking to a foreigner? You saw that? That just happened to. What's going on? Is he someone you know? No, I don't really know who he is. He sounded like he's lost. So he made me ask a lot of questions. He asked a lot of questions, but I couldn't really understand what he was saying. And that's when she's the one. I say sorry, I was just curious. No, I don't mind. Oh, it's just here. In here. I can get the rust out. Okay, see you later then. Return to pronounce Sakura. Before I head back to my classroom, I did find myself stopping. How are you lately, Sakura? I'm okay, I'm doing well. I see, let me know if it's up to something. He doesn't know when to quit. So it'll get worse if you keep quiet. You don't have to worry, he's been nice lately. There isn't much I can say with a smile like that. When you say your farewells again and I leave my underclassmen acquaintance. Hey Alexis, no, there's no anti-scenes in this. Stick them out. Just like the Via version, but yeah, but have a shout out. But yeah, be sure to check out Alexis, guys. He's a fanboy that plays a variety of games, including Art Knights of Fate. That's bullshit. Well, it's the only way I can stream, man. If they did, I could stream this. The school day's over. Grass is set up at point, and the cap is darkest by the hour. The crimson sun will set soon. Once night falls, there won't be anyone left around. Let's begin, Archer. First, we'll investigate the battlefield. Once we determine what type it is, we'll decide whether to risk it or leave it. Speaks to my invisible partner. I feel I'm not an acknowledgement. Brown fields are meant to protect their casters. See the MC. Jesus Christ. That way only an original. You consider them a terrain-based magecraft. Formed by wheeling magical energy into a net and applying it to the earth to affect it inside of the field. There are countless types of effects they have, ranging from wards that isolate the area from the outside of the world to avoid detection, or fields that limit the type of magecraft that can be activated within. Most offensive type suppresses biological functions inside the area of effect. And that's how it's been applied to the school grounds. Well, and it's a finish. Everyone in the school will collapse once it's activated. Something like that won't work on me though. Battlefields are, after all, target the area I'm in, not me specifically. Such a direct and magical interference won't affect the mage with magical energy flowing through her body. Similarly, the electrical charge that flow in the atmosphere won't disturb the electric currents within my body. That means the battlefield has similar purpose. Whoever is at that point is that put this in here isn't trying to defeat a master within it. I don't want to believe it, but they're targeting all the people within the school. There's only one possible reason for that. It says so a thought I can't stomach. After checking the campus to finish our surf on the roof. It's fairly dark outside now. The school gates shut at 6 p.m. and it's now 8 p.m. Archer and I are the only ones left, and the archers in the spirit form. This makes it simple. It looks like this is the orchard point. There are 8 symbols boldly drawn on the rooftop. They're purpose remarks that only a mage can see. Never seen or heard the sound of seagulls like these. Well, they got me. I don't know what to do about this. Whoever set up this battle deal did it miraculously. But while I'm putting the magical working itself in order to manipulate bound as vital skill. You can temporarily erase the energy, of course, but the curse, but I have no way to spell the battlefield itself. All a spellcaster needs to do is supply it with more energy to reactivate the curse's effect. Actually, that's the comment. It's probably my remains silent since encountering the rooftop singles because these two has realized their nature. The battlefield does more than drain the most victims' stamina. It will literally melt it. Anyone inside wants to turn on. There are battlefields which rob victims of their life force once and spiritual energy, but the spell has been applied to the school grounds on a whole different level. This one's no less a soul eater. A battle for which melts the human bodies inside it and forcibly collects the souls that ooze out. Exists and liquidity, the souls have always been difficult to handle. They're realized to exist and are considered necessary components of magecraft, but only one mage has ever proven their existence. Our definition of soul stops at which examines within, and that which is transferred between vessels. Not only exact souls have been captured in one place, it defies comprehension. What makes it supposed to do with much energy that we can't even convert? So, if I had to think of the purpose of it, Archer, is that what you and your kind are? It's a cord I intended. Summarize right. Let's say we are functionally spiritual beings. That means we feed on the second and third factors. The soul and the mind. As if you say yourself a fleshing creatures, we survive nutrition from mind and soul. While said nutrition doesn't change our basic abilities, acquiring more of it does make us more durable. Increases our reserve to of masculinity and overs. He's right. The way to make your servant stronger is to indiscriminately attack demon beings. So your own master's masculinity is enough. It's a bit fit, but it never hurts to have more. War. Some weaknesses can be compensated with material when one's lacking in fine strength. It's a basic strategy for a master to take energy from humans around them. In that sense, this battlefield is an effective tactic. Archer is saying that I should murder people and take their power if I wanted to win. It's so simple. I've always known this to be true. I know that's the path I'm supposed to walk. That's really tells me out. Don't ever bring up again now. Staring at the seagulls, I can make my stance clear. Only Archer just found something. Just as put off. I agree. I will never say such a thing. This answer comes from firm and resolve. Time to erase this thing. It won't do much good, but I can't slow it down. Press the signal and extend my left hand. As I progress to grab my arm is like a grim more fast down through the dust go along. The mental switch is quick. A magical energy passes through the crest and load of first battlefield eraser. Take a deep breath and activate it. Erase. There's surgical removal. Missile stand. Verse 2. Then I send a pulse of magical energy from my left hand. I should wash away the signal for now. What? You're going to erase it? Well, waste. Suddenly, a third voice chimes as while I'm casting a spell. I whirl around. Ah, there he is! The big man himself, Goo. The man perched on top of the water tower. Some 10 meters above, looking down at me. He's clad in deep blue that blends in the night. His mouth is drawn to a grin. He has a bisexual air about him. The beast's gaze is sharp and clear. In this bizarre situation, this man in blue watches me, as if he's agreeing a friend he hasn't seen in a decade. Did you do this? Nah, it's the mate's job to play little tricks. We just fight whenever we're over to. Is that right, mate? It's soundless lethal yet carefree. This man can see Archer. You're a servant. That I am. You know that last. You must be my enemy. My spine tenses. The man's voice is detached and nonchalant, but it's colder than anyone I've ever heard. So scary it's nauseating. What's the best move here? I don't know. My brain's still working it enough to tell me that I'm absolutely not fighting him. Oh, I'm impressed. Here I was thinking you know heads from tails, but you figured out what really counts. I blew that. I should have gotten out of my way to taunt you. The man raises an arm. It appears in a flash. What his empty hand now holds? The gay bulk. And a scar with 2 meter long weapon. My legs throw me to the side before I can leave. There is a time to hesitate about jumping off the roof. With all my might, I make a mad dash to a fence, intending to barrel through it. cyclone lifts my hair into the air. It was by the skin of my teeth. That instant, something slices through the space. Oh, it's an tearing the fence apart with it. You got a nice pair of legs on you. A blue whirlwind pursues me. There is no way out. The fence behind me. My flanks are cut off. I won't make it. It's close. My mask. It's heavy pressure. React swiftly. My mental across searches wide so I can weave a simple count of mage ground. The spell lines the mass and manipulates gravity. Light as a fire, my body passes into the air. Rin. I know. Got this. And I jump over the fence and plummet off the roof. Air resists the gravity. Push and pull along my body. About 15 meters to the ground. 1.7 seconds away. Too slow, he's gonna catch up to me. But, God, side percept. Atlas. The fear returns to the earth. Archer, handle that landing. Let Archer soldier stock the landing and break into a dash as soon as we touch down. I can't stay on the rooftop. We need at least a cramped area from which to move freely. A battlefield without obstacles where Archer and I can true sign. It takes me less than 7 seconds to escape the roof to the schoolyard. A distance over 100 meters across the place no person can manage, much less clearly. And yet, you really do have good legs. I almost feel bad about having to kill you here. I guess this server is a wasted effort. Archer. At the same time, I draw back. Archer materializes before me. It's a cloudy night. Archer's hand grips a short sword that faintly reflects the moon. Oh. The man's lips twisted on this seer. Yeah, that's this is how it ought to be. I can say I hate guys like you who are quick on the uptake. The whirlwind howls. The weapon he swung at me on the rooftop, the spear blood like crimson that came mercilessly in for my head. A lancer. That's me. That must make your servant a saver? Nah, he doesn't feel like one. Who the hell are you? Gone is the carefree erased from them. He's from a moment ago. Archer stays silent, facing off against all. Master's concealed bloodlust. There's just 5 meters between them. Master's weapon is 0.2 meters long. It doesn't feel like this piece of a man is going to be deterred by a mere 3-meter difference. I can tell you're not the type to show things man to man. That must make you an archer. Archer doesn't take the bait. Well, we did say archer, so. An unusual class with blue and red stare at each other. The two knights, somewhat similar dress, materially calculate our demise. Alright, all that's left to do is throw down. Draw your bow, Archer. Now, that's how I usually do this, but I'm blind enough to wait that long. Archer doesn't answer. His back as steadily as a sword. Seems to convey that he must not have anything to say to someone he must defeat. That's when I realized it. I'm such a fool. Archer was waiting for my word. Archer. I call out to him without getting closer. Don't hold back. Show me everything you got. Yeah. Was that a laugh? The red knight surges forward. His lips curved into it in response. Wind swirls. Scarlet fly forward, blade in hand. Cool! A blue spear intercepts him. If charging Archer is against the wind, then the spirit tip that raises to meet him as a divine storm. Streaking plays elegant parries. Archer is put on the defensive, fending off what's with thrust with his short sword. The man in red is stopped in his tracks. His advance is denied by the enemy. He can't even breach the 2-meter coverage of spear. The polearm mirror controls the opponent's range. Master, with his nearly 2-meter reach, needs to simply engage this spell where he comes within range. Use from the stab and advancing opponent. That is for him to go after the archer himself. Despite this, Master chooses himself to press the attack, all while keeping the archer from advancing further. You're a damn fool, Bowman, trying to challenge me to close to combat. Master Snow aspiring. The feast of fresh Lancer closes in, and assault, never laying up for a second. Moving too close to suicide for a spear wielder. The badge of a spear wielder is the ability to control the enemy's position. Yeah, I can definitely see where some of the music for Epco comes from. Because I'm listening to some of the beats or songs similar to like some of the bits in the songs. Master should not have a chance to keep composing it. No way, but that's only according to conventional wisdom. Eerily, unceasingly, the Lancer's spirit speaks to pierce Archer's throat, shoulder, and forehead and heart. The strikes are too swift or even though leave an after image. Archer is forced to parry, block, and evade every move of the spear. Any strike if to would be a mortal blow. So Archer is determined. Even if he specializes in the bow, he won't be brought down so easy by mundane attacks. Thrust of his forehead is quickly down aside. Archer renews his charge in spite of Lancer's spear. One might think the swordplay is all there is to Archer's attack, but he's avoiding the weakness of spear tactics. Against his spear's considerable reach, neither retreat nor evasive are invaluable for offensive rolling. Now, half-hard withdrawal is enough to get out of range, while probing the attacks will lead to evisceration. The reckless charge will similarly end the impalement at the edge of the spear's range. Archer and Lancer have more or less the same physical stature. Without any heavy armor, it's difficult for Archer to penetrate the lethal storm of Lancer's attack radius. The Lancer strikes a different story. The high speed thrust, the 10-inch pierce file points will be terrifying. But each strike has a set trajectory and target. If one can predict these, then there are ways to avoid them. Just as Archer is doing. One can block the strikes aimed at the file points or just barely evade them. There are arcs to create a safe openings. First, probably underestimating them as a rage and a specialist. The advantage of a long weapon is there is a range at which one can engage the opponent. Given that, Master has assured his the man in red stops his tracks. Watch the nightmare unfold as if time must rewind. Master's attacks become faster than before. Archer's sword is knocked aside as he twists to avoid being skewered. Master's spear doesn't allow retreat. Or rare, his endless attacks are so fierce and sharp that even servants are doomed against him. We're the ones who underestimate our enemy. That servant, that Lancer, and his spear can't be described as mundane and marvelous. Who could possibly survive such a reckless barrage? Archer beats a desperate retreat while parrying attacks, creating a slightly more distance between the fighters. In a moment, Master steps to the castle and lets even more ferocious attack. There's a storm attacks a little different from what he's already been doing, but their execution is truly godlike. They're already gods 10 times. No, that's actually 7 times more than that. The torrent of spears strikes increasing, and again, and intensely number and praying to take the Archer's life in 1,000 times over. It isn't even a change of speed by precision. At safe base, Lancer's spear comes down on Archer's like a waterfall. How can Archer go inside his yard? Without such a short weapon, how all I can do is defend against the spear. He has no way to close on all lines. In fact, he's being forced backwards. The steel vacuum stretches out. I should be backing Archer up, but right now, we're inside my throat. My magecraft isn't easy to aim precisely. We're sitting Archer too if I can't get far away from Lancer. Meanwhile, Lancer's advantage will only deepen, and to be honest, I'm captivated by their duel. And this is a battle between servants. The Holy Grail War is a battle between familiars, the highest order. Heroic spirits, beings that we mages can't begin to approach. Servants. Familiars divide among the 7 classes and roles, serving 7 masters. Supreme Familiar is called forth by the Holy Grail itself. Familiar is a really misnomer for them. Familiars are supposed to be servant minions who acts on behalf of a mage. Normally you imagine something like Puss in Boots. Oh god. An elegant like bird. Or a disobedient black dog or something like that. I don't know. If I remember right, we're supposed to be getting another Shrek movie. Hoping that one doesn't end in disaster like the 4th one. Yeah, I think it's supposed to come out next year. Those sort of sorcerers are the typical mage can't manage to get in there. And I could probably look real quick. Familiars are just that. From the Latin for ritual servants. Inconceivable that a mascot used for menial labor would be stronger than this master. Servants are a different story. Oh yeah, it's actually July 2026 that we get Shrek 5. They're quite literally the most powerful examples of history. Even the 5 magicians will be able to control them. It's difficult to summon a servant, not because servants are more powerful than mages. Servants are beings that have surpassed magecraft itself. Saber. To be clear, servants are heroes of the past. Myths, legends, fables, histories. We call the glorious superhumans from our traditions heroes, whether the tales are true or not. Immortalized by what humanity says about them, they cease to be merely human after death and ascend to something greater. People who work miracles, who save multitudes, who accomplish great feats are elevated to the status of hero ever in life or after death. They become a type of elemental we call heroic spirits, guardians of the human race. It doesn't matter whether they're historical people or characters from mythology. Heroes are created by the thoughts of the people. We imagine them as idols we wish they were, and treat them as if they were real. Objective truth is irrelevant. Fame and faith are sufficient to give form to these legends. They are humanity's ultimate ideals, greatest among us. It's what it means to be a hero and a heroic spirit. Normally, it's impossible for a mere human to control something greater than human. What mages usually do is draw a portion of their power and intimidate their fleets. Summoning a complete heroic spirit is simply impossible. Yet the Holy Grail makes it possible. It allows us to summon these spirits in the flesh, and even bind them to our command. The sheer absurdity of it proves the Grail's omnipotence. That's how heroic spirits are summoned from across time, where from the age of gods or as recent as the century ago. These 7 heroic spirits serve to protect their 7 masters. Each master sends a certain out to defeat enemy masters. It's a death match between heroes of every age and every land. That's the story behind the ritual we call Holy Grail War. Of course, there's limits to what the Grail can do. Even though Holy Grail can't indiscriminately summon mythic beings akin to elementals. This is a form created by people as required to materialize the 6th theoretical factor known as demons. Heroic spirits need material to operate in this world. This is their temporary label. The way they are allowed to exist are in this world. Or Grail simply provides vessels that heroic spirits can materialize in, called classes. And only heroic spirits that fit in these classes can be summoned. Classes like a passport to let heroic spirits visit in our era to act as a familiar. It's a material vessel that they temporarily possess. There are 7 masters and 7 heroic spirits to serve them. Each is assigned 1 of 7 classes. Saber, the Knight of the Sword. Master, the Knight of the Spear. Archer, the Knight of the Bow. Rider, the Chevalier. Caster, the Mage. Assassin, the Silent Killer. Berserker, the Mad Warrior. Only heroic spirits with attributes corresponding to the 7 classes can be summoned to the modern world, and they become servants to the Master's command. That's the service system. You can be summoned to make contracts with heroic spirits beyond our ability to handle, all in hopes of winning the miracles beyond our king. It's the greatest battles we can only happen in this land, like no other Holy Grail war. The duel reaches an even higher pitch. The sword goes flying from Archer's hand after blocking one in the Lancer strike. The Lancer skills seemingly straight, thus suddenly whipped into a disarming arc of Archer's fist. It was an attack that Archer could not before the tree saw it coming. It was an effective way to parry the spears of the sword. And forceful block is countered with an even near pierce like for the Fang, the middle force will never opening to its point. Clash between sword spears is shaping up to be a net struggle to defeat an enemy outside of Archer's reach. You fool! There's no hesitation in Lancer. Yeah, I see Toss Archer. Toss is a constant pressure he puts on Archer. As he attempts to settle the duel in this, Lancer decides to takes a firmly rooted stance and trains fiercely where with the now armed Archer. It happened in instant. The span of breath, Lancer loses very opposed has no less than flashlight. Head, forehead, neck, and heart. The spear moves to skewer all 3. And yet, another flashlight counters. At first, I couldn't even fall. Archer's hand grips on the sword once more. Like the weapon used earlier, is a Chinese sword. Not dissimilar from a cleaver. But the greatest difference between them is a dual wielder, eh? Blade and blade. Each hand he grips on the sword. Each clearly meant to complement one another. Yeah. Playing swordsman, are we? Master Spear swung through there. It becomes even faster as to hurt the Archer's certain death. The duel becomes symbolically of flashing blades. 2 steel instruments play resounding chords. Sparks of the conflict racing. We're never ending crescendo. The bell is like a vacuum. It sucks out the air around it, making me feel like I'll be cut off if I dare to approach. Happened in instant joy. As I watch with bated breath, the moment seems to stretch on. Archer gets his bow out of his fatal pocket. The Archer attempts to close the gap with his shield of the auto sword. They clash over 100 times already. Archer's losing the weapon at each time, but instantly another sword appears at Archer's upper hand. That's where slightly pulling back each time. As the finally knocks the word about the situation. He has no idea who he's fighting. It would be a mistake to keep dismissing his opponent as moment. A space up between them. Master put a significant distance between him. Maybe it tends to start over. That agility is normal. The archer's charge defies human ability, but his shrug is next to Archer. The swiftness Lancer's retreat and the speed of a grace of a leopard. 27. I disarmed you 27 times. You still have more. Lancer sounds irritated. Actually, sounds more confused than upset. Feel the same way. According to my fire, servers typically only have one weapon. They're supposed to have these singular relics of unimaginable power, not expendable items to draw over and over like archers do it. Servants are heroes of a spiritual rank, are elevated to the magnitude of elementals and divine spirits after death. Hey, Cleo. Ooh, sorry to hear about that. Well, hopefully, job 9 won't be too bad. But yeah, other than that, how are you feeling? In a way, they're not unlike angels or demons. They're powerful, familiars on their own, but their greatest strength is might be the weapons they prove they're heroes. We call these magical Amazon phantasms. Their favorite weapon of armor that a servant used while it was a living hero, or is literally the servant's secret weapon. For a servant, no phantasm is one kind of armament. It's a servant's indisposable ultimate weapon as well. Same goes to Lancer Spirit. It can exert power as a no phantasm if he chooses. No phantasm is a formidable weapon on its own, but its true power is expressed by evoking its name. Heroes' weapons are known as stained. Dragons and gods, they have conquered Earth. Servants activate no phantasms with no magical energy. It's not unlike Magecraft actually. Servants use their no phantasms as catalysts to create destruction from their weapons. And no phantasm is most certainly not a disposable tool. Interior produced dozens of swords by now. Each seem to master work onto itself, but they sure can't be its own phantasm. He's an archer after all. His secret weapon must be some kind of blow. What's the matter, Lancer? It sounds like you'd be so cautious where all that fire goes. Yeah, we were. There we go. Sneaky bastard. To think you could bait me like that. The cause of Lancer's irritation is obvious. Lancer's been fighting as a spearman, while Archer has been fending him off as a swordsman. Meaning that Archer hasn't revealed his cards yet. Must be frustrating to deal with. Fine. And let me ask you this: which land are you a hero from? I've never heard of a woman who's also a dual-wielding swordsman. It's easy to tell who you are, though. They say only the swiftest heroes are chosen as Lancers, but you're outstanding even among them. There can't be 3 spirit warriors as fine as you in the world, and only one has such a peaceful agility. Oh, well said, Archer. For a moment, the bloodlust is so strong I forget to breathe. Master's arms move. It's a river sense without any nonchalant he's shown thus far. His spirit trip at depths, as if it to puncture the ground. But Lancer's eyes bore straight through Archer's. Then I'll shut. Well, then you will taste my killer technique. I won't stop you. You are a foe. We have to overcome sooner or later. Lancer lowers his stance. Simultaneously, a thorny bitter cold overtakes the schoolyard. The air freezes. I don't mean that metaphorically, it's literally ice cold. All the man in the atmosphere freezes solid. Only the warrior Lancer is allowed to breathe in this space. The spirit, Lancer's hand, undoubtedly magical. It's true, for form eager to burst forth. Oh no. He's going to die. I don't know what kind of no offense this, but Archer's finished. Also, hey, Babylon, thanks for the raid. Shout out to Babylon Night, guys. She does male only playthroughs for FGO. Make sure to check her out. But yeah, I was the rest of your Otaku stream Babylon Night, and everything's going well. Also, welcome in, Morals. I am Draco Sahak. I'm a Demon Lord. I play primarily Fate, but I also do other variety games as well, such as horror and stuff. Also, a bit of a history nut too, so it was chill. Oh, that's good at least. But yeah, currently right now, guys, we are in Fate Stay Night Remaster. We are still a bit in the prologue, but I think we're towards like the end of Archer's and Lancer's fight. I don't know what, yeah, I don't know what kind of no Phantoms that is, but Archer's is finished. It's the first time I've seen it had this kind of permission. It's hard to believe. I don't doubt for a second. If Lancer unleashes Spirit, Archer will die. Maybe this is where we got the bit of the class triangle from. That's absolutely certain. As Lancer said, the Spirit means stuff. Yeah. Archer will lose. Lancer will stab him through the heart, and he'll die. Despite that, despite these permissions, despite the insight, I can't help but Archer. I feel like so much is lifting finger. It'll signal the beginning and the end. There is a way to prevent Archer's defeat. It can only be. Who goes there? It's not an appearance of a third party whom we all overlooked. Huh? Master's ferocity disappears. I hear the sound of something running away. From behind, I clearly make out the school uniform. That's it. Someone was still on campus. Apparently, and it saved our lives. Archer answers coolly. Sure enough, the eruption did save our skin. I screwed up. I was so distracted by last I was keeping an eye on our surroundings. Wait, what are you doing, Archer? Can't you tell? I'm resting because there's no one left to fight. Not that me. What about Lancer? We went off to chase the witness, probably to get rid of them. For a moment, my thoughts grind to a halt. After them, Archer, I'll catch up. Archer pursues Lancer immediately. Damn, I'm such a dummy. I cursed my own intelligence. Standard mage policy to eliminate witnesses. Until now, I've been careful not to allow anyone to see me as a mage, to avoid that scenario. Why did it have to happen today of all days? The night feels oppressive. Nothing, even for the moonlight fruit. You'll find Archer standing over the body of a student. Collapse on the floor of a terribly cold hallway. He looks wordlessly down at the student. An odor reaches my nose. The sight of slowly pooling blood makes me realize the smell of death. Follow him, Archer. Master should be right back to his master. If we can at least catch him side of the face, then tonight won't a total loss. Richard goes off to the laughter Lancer. Only the fallen student and I remain in the corridor. I can't look him in the eye, but I have to. This is my fault. This is my fault. This is my fault. Since I was young, since I made up my mind to inherit the Tosuko legacy, I've been prepared for this. Mages aren't covered by good or evil. I know all along that this path will be a bloody one. A single expression of Master Spirit. If you got you in the heart, there's no saving you. You know how many seconds ago Master killed him. It's just a matter of where he's lucky enough to get stabbed through the heart. The blood loss isn't as bad as I would expect for a destroyed heart, so maybe the injury isn't too deep. May not be too bad, but he's still screwed if the blood has been cut off to his brain. No, yet. If his heart is wrenched, then he would have died instantly. So, not dead. You're really something. It's hard to hear, so, just barely. My ears pick up from breathing at the... That might be death or Rail, but it won't last more than a few seconds. I don't have the power to save him. I don't have any way to heal my own wounds. I have to look him in the eye at least. I started reaching for the face of the prone figure when I realized my fingertips don't move. They were shaking. But why? I'm used to this. I made a choice countless times. Not so much thanks to my own mistakes, my own selfishness. That's why I've always been ready for this day to come. Then why am I so angry at myself? I'm sorry to keep... I'll keep being served that much. I use cold logic to my still trembling fingers and legs, checking the fallen student's face. A great weight falls onto me. I feel I've just been struck by a hammer. Don't do this to me. Why did it have to be you? I grind my teeth. No longer brace myself against the shaking, but because I am truly angry. Why did it have to be him? Why is him especially? I am not upset with Lancer for silencing the witness as a server should, but at school day of all days, at this hour, you fool! Why would you of all people? Sakura's face comes to mind. I'm sure she'll cry, and if I find myself going a day after school some years ago, the sky glowed a distant red. A boy that always ran, and a silly girl watched him absolutely from afar. That boy got involved in something he shouldn't have. Now his corpse is in front of me. They're still away. If I fail, I might lose my trump card, but there's always a way to save him. No, I'll lose whether this works out or not. So the outcome is the same as the This is a mistake. This impending death is a foregone conclusion. It's my fault not paying enough attention to what was happening around me. And it's my fault for not having the dumb luck to be here tonight. There's no need for me to go this far from my father who left me with nothing to her own body. They in fact knew me, this hero to have me. It's a massive throw of masculinity meant to be a trump card that helps me win this war. Press the stretcher just for. So what, stupid? I turned back from any of the dying boy. Well, that's it. The pen in my hand goes fire. My father's keepsake is nearly empty. But quick, I drop it on the guy who was the second way from becoming a corpse. Nothing else can get done. There really is no other way. I don't have the power or skill to bring someone back to life, especially not someone with a destroyed heart. That's why vessels are brain deaf mere seconds away. All I could do is patch up his missing parts with brute force. You're lucky to still be breathing. If you were totally dead, then there would be no bringing you back with any amount of magical energy. But if he's still alive, then I just need to help him the best I can. I wanted to really hate myself if I failed, but worked out, I guess. Yeah. I need fulfilled, if I'm being honest. That wasn't such a bad experience. No, really, I'm lying to myself. Let's go. What I came to do. Better get out here before he wakes up. Yeah, this is my point hanging around. Archer's trailing our Lancer, so I should just go home. Oh, on the way home, I remember. Left my father's mental school, though now I just been with all his master issue run dry. Oh well. I don't suppose I need it anymore. Might just have a little bit of energy left in, but it's less than 10 gemstones. Less than the 10 gemstones I'm carrying. But what I wanted was for me to have enough magical energy to win the whole Grail. Not that now that I used up that resource up, this container doesn't mean much. I arrived home without announcing my return and popped down on the sofa. Archer still isn't back yet. I have tired sigh and listen to the clock ticking for a few minutes. I need to get my head in the game. After a battle with that, Mama is facing out more. I jump to my feet and make some black tea. I have plenty to think about. The server we encountered almost ball. I watched the battle between server switch until the day. I only know about through books. That's right. I picked when he seemed about to use his little phantasm, but at least it would have left us learn who he is. Learning the server's identity is the key to defeating a server, with the exception of the idiot who doesn't know his own name. A servant's greatest weakness is their identity. Once you learn a service name and identity, you can mostly deduce that rogue spirits know Phantasm. It goes without saying that since servants are rogue spirits, they have legends associated with them. Unraveling the history can reveal a lot of their abilities. Masters address servants by their class names to hide their true names. The more famous a hero, the more likely their weapons and weaknesses are to be known. The rogue spirit, who has become a servant, will be diverged their identity. That is knowledge is reserved for only their master. There's a tactic understanding the master conceals their own servant's identity, while trying to figure out their identities of the other servants, including this one. There has to have been 5 Grail wars thus far. Each servant's quality depends on the caliber of the summoned heroic spirit. Naturally, the famous hero, or the one with a legendary weapon, is powerful. Accordingly, it's difficult to summon such heroic spirits. For that, a summoner needs a constant connection to a heroic spirit they're summoning, such as a weapon the hero wielded during their lifetime. Each mage association, with all its resources, only has a few such items every session. That's why most mages, myself included, summon heroic spirits whom we have affinity with. A servant's strength is determined by the caliber of the heroic spirit, or so the logic goes. But reality is so clear-cut. Even as a heroic spirit might struggle when the classes in play aren't favorable. Class-specific abilities can have a large impact on the outcome of the battle. Each of the 7 classes come from additional abilities. The interaction between these can allow one to triumph over a strong opponent. To continue the example, it is said that great heroes were defeated by lesser-known heroes in each of the previous 4 wars. As far as I know, the best serving class is Saber. Saber is fought until the very end in each of the last 4 wars. Saber, Lancer, Archer are said to have powerful magic resistance. Magecraft is effective against these 3 classes. After all, they're warriors from the age of myth and legend, when magic was still prevalent. Spells cast by modern mages would probably fizzle out in contact. That's why the first of the 3 classes are generally considered the most desirable. The other classes to watch out for is Berserker. Heroic spirits summoned this class lose their sanity. And the name suggests they become crazy warriors and puppets of their masters, but are strengthened beyond the powers they had in life. It's also worth noting that the stronger the servant is, the greater their burden on their master. In the past, masters who grew berserkers couldn't control their servants, and ultimately self-destructed due to running out of magic energy. No exceptions. In the vast majority of the cases, only Grail wars are won by summoning servant abilities. Of course, there's plenty of ways for masters to win battles, but it basically comes down to fighting between servants. That's why a master needs to commit to almost diligence and effort to summoning servant. Now, hopefully they get to the point where they give us like the Arc Grail looks like the first, second, and third, just to see what happens. Disconnected. I decided to come up with projections of the battles to come. Prologue is 11 p.m. Yes, I fixed the clocks already. Archer comes up. Welcome back. How did it go? Sorry, I failed. His master must have made cautious one. Was he's able to tell that Master's master is on the side of the city. Figures. Master was all alone, and his master didn't seem like the type to show themselves. I see. Well, I knew we would be that easy. Everything can go according to plan. So there's no use worrying over it. I'll just give up and treat tonight as a learning experience. You seem disappeared. Master, what happened to all the competitiveness? Don't tell me you're coward after a single service. If you ordered it, I can go back right out now and rearrange Lancer. Archer is safe, but I can tell you that he thinks this is the right course of action. No, pretty displeased right now, huh? That's not all. I'm not going back out there because I don't want to waste the effort. Waste the effort. Masters are on our California. Tonight's fight was on Prologue, but we're not supposed to fight until the singles to start the war. Fire told me that it's the Royal Holy Grail War. I see, so your fire is a master too. Archer nods understanding. Actually, he's making a rather mixed expression. But you got something to say to me? Yes, I forgot to ask you something. Great, you've been raised from a young age to be a master. That style, accordingly, yes. That means you're always expected to become a master. Of course I did. Some mages are appointed as masters, but it doesn't work like it is for me. I'm a Tosaka. Winning the Holy Grail War has been our goal for generations. That makes sense. So you already had the objective man. That's what I wanted to ask you about, but I know my master's wish before I offer my sword service. So Ren, what's your wish? My wish? I don't really have one. Excuse me, what? Archer's making a funny face. That can't be true. The Holy Grail can grant any wish. Mages always become masters and say the Holy Grail. So what do you mean you have no wish? Yeah, I was just like, what the heck is God Master like pair up with? Archer drops all pretense. Alright. What's the Holy Grail War's one to fit? Tori's master's wish has nothing to do with the servant. But that's weird. Fire mentioned the servants have their own wishes too. But that's their own business. It should not matter to Archer whether or not I have a wish. Fine, since you don't have a specific wish. What about your one, like a conquer world, for example? Why? The world always belongs to me. You know, Archer, the world is just a set of values that revolves around yourself. I've had ever since I was born. I don't need to take over something that's always been there in my mind. Archer looks at me with a strange expression. Man, he's stubborn. I don't believe you. Holy Grail as a power to grant wishes. You can take anything you want to your how can you not desire anything at all? The world domination sounds like pain. And I want to know what to do with it. Not everyone looks at things the way you do, you know. I'm having trouble understanding this. What do you fight for? If there's a fight to be had, I just want Archer. I'll take whatever I find along the way. I don't really know how the Holy Grail works, but if I find that there's something I want, I can just use it on that. Not all people love to acquire things, you know. Meaning, that's right, I'm just fine to win. Yeah, Archer sighs and shrugs. Maybe he's fed up with me, but he's finally realizes. I give up. You truly are fit to be my master. I don't know how to respond to comments like that. So I wish you stopped making them. Servants may not have the right to choose their masters, but what makes you think I'm worthy of you? Do I need to spell it out? It's because you are, without doubt, the strongest master. I don't need any reason other than that. Oh well, it doesn't sound like a fire comforting me. I try away to hide my embarrassment. Archer usually acts like a smartass, so this is sincerity is binding inside of me. Immediately, I'm happy he feels this way. I've come to trust him. He comes to trust me. I don't think this mutual sentiment is a bad thing. It's the best we should take for then. The Seventh Master has yet to appear, but it might not happen right quick. What happened to your... jury? Oh, you mean the pendant? I got the back there. It doesn't have any power more, so I over you. I suppose not if you say so. Yeah, I keep saving fire, but it's hardly the only memory I have of him. Don't say that. You don't have to act so strongly. He nags me. Archer holds it out the pay I left at school. Oh, you picked it up for me? Don't lose it again. really belongs with you, Rin. Archer avoids eye contact as it passes behind me, almost looking bashful. Okay, thanks. Accept it. To be honest, not sure where to be embarrassed or played off right now. But as I left it, as though I really didn't have any energy left. It's just an expensive jewel now that it's empty. But to put it in Archer's terms, maybe it still has a meaning as a mental of my part, even without its power. I suppose I can laugh it off as a net win, since I spent my trump card to save someone's life. Wait a second. I just saw it up my seat. Wasn't thinking straight while I landed while I lost. As I pull myself together, it distracts me. He saw us. So I ought to alter his memories. Meanwhile, Master prioritized eliminating the witnesses over finding us. Master's thinking should reflect his master. Which means if a master who went out of their way to kill a witness finds out that he survived, he won't let him live. I set up myself up. It's already been 3 hours. I might not make it in time, but I can let this happen. Not after the trouble I went through. I spread through the night. Fortunately, I didn't know where he was. Not because I borrowed to find out, but because someone happened to know. Goes over to his place often. I've never been there personally. Good grief, you're really making this hard on yourself. Archer gripes unenthusiastically. It's going to be as much of a struggle to rescue the guy who, as it was to save him earlier. It's midnight, and the sky is surrounded in clouds. I arrived at the old samurai estate. Building closest to the outside shows no light, signs life. There are many neighboring houses, so it's unlikely anyone can come in if they notice something was amiss. My breath is Mrs. White. The wind picks up. It must be strong because the clouds are starting to move. I find myself trembling despite the temperate Fuki weather. That still chills down my spine. People can call Fuki a warm place, but if you feel the winter chill from the hilltops, the air is probably bitterly cold. The chill passes in and makes it hard to hear. In the midst of this air, there seems to be conquered by cold. I knew he sensed the enemy. He's here. The master from earlier. By my left, something's on the other side of that wall. Master must be already infiltrated the house, waiting for his owner to come home to his death. We'll just have to jump over. I think about what happens when it happens. We're just about to order Archer to go in. A flash from the house emerges, bringing the light as the sun. Its presence is all-consuming. The power radiating from Master is being washed away by the newcomer's ever-greater aura. An instant exposure of light of ether gives the spirit physical form. The summoned being overpowers Lancer. No way! All I could do is whisper and off, but the truth is staring at me in the face. As to prove my point, Lancer bounces over the wall, fleeing the compound. Hey Archer, is that one of your hypotheticals? Perhaps, but not all 7 of them are here, Ren. Archer's gone. Meanwhile, my rational box goes up, flying out the window. What happens next should be obvious, but I'm not thinking straight. There's a strong gust of wind. It clouds over the sky like an umbrella. Darkness shrouds the outskirts of the town. The servant leaps over the wall and lands gracefully like an unworthy bird. Archer reacts. I fail to even twitch in response. It's my fault. The fight ends even before a second passes. 1 second might be a brief distance to me, but it's a massively updated servant. A blade wind closes in on me. Archer lunges in front of me, while the servant cuts him deeply. The reality is just an innocent. Archer, who's gracefully defended off Lancer's brutal assault, is going down in one hit. Bat! Archer! Amazed in time. Before the servant's next strike takes off Archer's head, I force him to retreat. Pain crossed my right hand. Because it was such an extreme war, I used up one of my command spells. Now I only have 1 left, but this is what was for the best. It's worth losing a command spell or 2 to make sure Archer doesn't die. Well, skip the beat. The servant cuts me next. I know it's not to mate me. I pull out the wind and blew the topaz and Really, the match goes directly into the extra steps. The cluster of wood spells I've been feeding into it day after day. They're enough to blow away a house or two without moving a trace. This is one of the 10 tools I've been putting up for the last 17 years without skipping a single day. Even if I can't beat this thing with it, it should be enough to sew. Or not. I did not work at all. The moment I touched the servant, it had to be the toughest would hew apart anything in its path and disappear like a simple magic trick. Whatever terrifying magical resistance. Are you telling me that magic doesn't have enough magical energy to hurt this servant? Oh no. My magicraft doesn't work. I have lost the archer's protection and I have no way to stop the servant. Even if I barely manage to dodge the first attack to get finished. Look up at the night sky. In it, I imagine a ruthless reaper coming at me, spawning pitifully on the ground. So there she is. What? The wind blows. Through the break in the clouds, the moon peeks out from the spiritual light sky. The moonlight hides her elegant profile. Well, this is the face of the servant who drove off last year. I look down my archer one blow. A shrug off of the magecraft was nothing. That was the Emerald Space of the magecraft mage. The girl's voice rings clear like a bell. And her voice is a shift like nightmares of the moment. But this is the end for your master of archer. The sword she thrust at me seems to shine. I know this is my dying moment. One glance is enough to figure it out. This is a card I wish to draw. The sword-wielding hero said to be the most powerful servant. Yeah, look at the moon, prepare to die. There's no room. Hey, Orion, how goes it? Make my wife no time to escape. With my death, Rintosuga, the Holy Grail War will have ended on the third day. You think I go hang my foe, feeling nothing but shame and regret. But I don't feel that way at all. Something seriously is wrong with me. I am one moment away from death, and here I am entranced by my killer. Yeah. It's frustrating to be sure, but there's nothing I can do now. There's a strong servant is going to kill me. It looks like all that. Okay, talk to your friend. Okay. I'll see if I have that. Probably, yeah, do it next week, so. Yeah, I did see the first one. Although some of them, I think 2 of them I might have actually sent out already, sold at probably Gen Con, but I can probably double check to make sure. But yeah, it's like the Neo Spontations. I could. Wait, actually, I think I still probably have them. Never mind on that. Looks like all art was already double. And so very beautiful. But yeah, I'll probably just double check to make sure. Alright. Oh yeah, sorry about that, guys. You can't show that. Probably because, yeah, it's probably copyright. But yeah, it's like actually, yeah, it's basically just the Vita version here, from what it looks like. Yeah, definitely Vita version, but although it's like I'm kind of interested to see like how and then like now Ren's like down to 1. It's like our anime issue was like down to 2, really. With the one always being basically yeah, using it on Archer to basically get him to listen to her because basically he's supposed to be her goddamn servant. She says, but okay, we got a complete prologue. Okay. Okay, good. So yeah, that's big game, but yeah, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, so be right back. During the Kyo Fireworks Festival. So what the hell is this crap? But that is true to Tiara?
Oh, yes.
Tiara's secretly my waifu? Oh my god!
Wait.
That's a good
Holy
picture.
Oh
shit,
my-
that's great.
That's
Lord.
Ooh. I see a lot of boxes. Let's see if I like it. Okay. See you in a bit, Hydra. Okay. Okay, I'll take a cold fruit. On 7. Ah, chains. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Here. That.
Hey, man.
I agree.
No. Oh my, no, I forgot that,
Come on! Caster!
I forgot that she's now data lost.
Not the caster.
Oh.
Oh, I do have.
What's a Marie? Hey, it's Lord Doom's waifu.
I think I have FP5 already.
That's not bad, actually.
Must not be able to.
Berserker!
Oh, are you serious?
Oh!
It's Pent. Hold on.
Come on.
Number 5.
Come on.
5 stars still alive.
Berserker. Assassin!
What'd you get? Oh my god, he pulled Cleo!
He pulled Cleo!
Oh, well, hey. He just left.
Okay, yeah. He set the Berserker. Oh! But yeah, Ichika is still 1-1-1 though. I'm not bringing Santa Lily. Besides, she also got a buff too, so. Okay, pause! Come on! All three go! Come on! Oh, damn you, chick! Damn you to hell! Ugh. Oh, dude, it took you a month. All right, back. All right. Okay. I am the bone of my sword, steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over thousands of bodies, unknown to death, nor known to life. I have withstood pain to create many weapons, yet those hands will never hold anything. Wait, so as I pray, unlimited blade works. Wait, we're not. I'm confused. Are we like in the unlimited blade works route? When I came to, I was lying in a brewing field. It must have been a big fire. The familiar town was unrecognizable, smoking and ruined, and yet it seemed the scene from a war movie. The sight did not last long though. A morning dawned, and the fires gradually died down. The towering walls of flame struck to embers, and most of the buildings looked as collapsed. It felt so strange being the only unchanged thing in town. I was the only one left alive. I was either fortunate or the houses I lived in inside were built on the luckiest ground in the all time. Either way, I was the only one alive. Since I even survived, I felt I needed to keep on living. I walked aimlessly through the would be dangerous if I remained where I was. I wasn't where I wanted to avoid becoming. But what's happened to everyone around me? Those scorched, blackened masses. It was a feeling of disgust. Some emotion was driving me on. At the same time, I had no hope. Well, it's a miracle I was alive after all. I don't think I was going to last much longer. There was no way in hell I was going to survive. There's simply no way I would ever escape this Crimson Hellspike, no matter what I did. That was how desperate how hellish this place was. You know, the eyes of a young boy. And then I collapsed. However, there was no air around me. I simply couldn't breathe anymore. I just collapsed, and all I could do was look up at the slowly falling sky. The scorched black masses all around me lay motionless. The dark clouds covered the sky, promising rain. Good, the rain. It will put out the fires. Look fine without death. Deep breath and look up at the rain clouds. I couldn't breathe, but I still felt pain. And that out loud. On behalf of all the people who couldn't say those words themselves. That was 10 years ago. Miraculously, in the midst of all that, I was saved. My physical body survived, but everything else was scorched, reduced to ash. When a young child loses their parents and homes, there's really nothing left of them. And so everything under my body perished. But it's simply possible. In exchange for my body living, my heart died. I'm dreaming. I squinted, seeing the bright light. It was blinding. Light stabbed my eyes when I woke. I doubt I already knew what the situation of blinding light was in the first place. What? As my eyes adjusted, I woke, alarmed. I was lying in the bed I didn't recognize from a room that I didn't recognize. It's honestly stunned, but the cleanliness of the light room made me feel at ease. Where am I? Okay, so this is like Shiro as a kid. I looked blankly at my surroundings. The room was spacious, the bed lines and neat rows. The beds were full. It looked like each bed's occupant was injured, but the room didn't feel depressing at all. Everyone injured survived. I let my eyes wander. I looked out the window, and the clear blue skies were so incredibly beautiful. A few days passed, I was finally able to take in the situation. I had no problem remembering what happened the day before. But it wasn't much different for a newborn during this time. Strange as it is, it was closer to the truth than it might seem possible. The fire was just that bad. I was rescued from the fire, woke in the hospital. My parents were gone, and my entire body was wrapped in bandages. I didn't really understand what was going on, but I did know that I was alone. It didn't take long for me to accept my circumstances. Maybe I had no choice, really. All the other children were in the same boat. And then, later, the moment as naive I was, I started to worry about what would become of me. He walked in. He appeared the day my bandages came off, and I started eating on my own. His stare was disheveled. His suit tired. He looked like a bit younger than my doctor. He looked like someone's overburdened and someone's fond. Hello, you must be Shiro. His bumming style seemed to blend into pouring white sunlight. His voice somehow irritatingly fake, yet extremely gentle. I come right to it. We better go to orphans to go home with the man you just met. He's offering to take me in. As if we were wed, he said we were complete strangers. He looks like me unremarkable, unreliable guy. But then again, he was no more less familiar than the orphanage. So I decided to go with him. Oh good. Now let's back up quickly. It'll be best if you got used to your new home as soon as possible. He started gathering my things hastily. Even as young as I was, I could see he wasn't any good at it. After he made a mess packing. Oh, I forgot to mention one important thing. Wherever you come with me, there's someone you need to know. Sure, asked me for a cooperation. Asked the casually asking me if there was somewhere I want to go. Yep. Let me direct with you. I'm a magician. He said it was serious, almost matter. It happened so fast. Now that I think back, I was also immature. Just accept his words as fact. Look, never a joke or a genuine statement. Really? That's so cool, Pops. I guess I said something like that. My eyes wide in astonishment. And I was his child. Actually, I don't really remember how like that conversation went. But every now and then, my old man would bring it up. He would recount that scene over and over, acting all embarrassed. That scene might have been the happiest day of my old man. My man named Kurisu Imiya's life. You could say that. It was the one thing for him to tell a recently orphaned kid that he was a magician. But I was so bad. The way I was so eagerly brought into it. And that's how my old man adopted me. How I took the last name, Imiya. Shiro Imiya. When I said that name out loud, I felt really proud of having the same name as Kurisu. Am I dreaming? It's from my childhood. It's probably about 8 years ago since it's been about the time I had when I talked to my old man into making me his apprentice. Christina had started going away on a regular basis once I was old enough to stay at home by myself. He always gave me some childish, evil explanation like, I'm going on to adventure around the world. Then he actually do it. And from then on, that's how it always was. Wasn't usual if we got it for a month. At times, he didn't come home for like half a year. The Emiya Mansion is an expensive Japanese samurai house, and Kurisu and I were the only ones living there. Felt too big and empty for a child like me. At times, I felt lost. But I liked it, my life here. Wherever Kurisu came home from his trips, he would brag and tell stories like an excited child. And another child, one who shared his last name, always looked forward to those stories. I may have been alone in the mansion, but Kurisu's stories always helped lessen that. He was always pursuing a dream like a boy. I was wary of his whims, yet at the same time, he always looked radiant to me. Maybe that's why I hoped to be like him one day. Well, as a child as it might be been, I realized I needed to get my act together since I had an old man with his head constantly in the cloud. And we're back to January 31st. God, day 1. I hear a sound. The heavy rusted hinges on the door creaks as it's being pushed open. A light pours through the crack in the door. My mind tries to shake off the slumber. Senpai, are you awake? I hear footsteps drawing near, and I feel the winter air flowing in. Good morning, Sakura. Yes, good morning. You too, Senpai. Senpai, it's morning. It's still early, but Miss Fushiro might be mad she finds you sleeping here. Oh yeah, thanks for waking me up as always. Oh, no problem. You're always up early in the morning. I don't often wake you up like this. I'm not sure why, but Sakura looks more cheerful than usual. Don't know about that. You think you'll wake me up more often than you think. Again, Fushini is brutal when she comes to when she's the one waking me up. So I prefer you do it. Yep, I've learned my lesson. I'll try not to sleep in here next time. As they're still half asleep. My head's still not right. Even I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, but personally I prefer you not try too hard. Sakura's giving. Crap, I must be so sleepy I must have said something wrong. Give me a minute, wake up. Cold winter air sleep helps at times like this. The chill snaps my archaic mind awake. In front of me stands a junior at school. Sakura Mato. I am in my house, it's the storehouse, and it's just about 6 o'clock in the morning. Senpai? Yeah, I'm awake now. Sorry, Sakura, I'll do it again. I need to help you with breakfast. Don't worry about that. You were up again late last night, weren't you? Then you should take your time this morning. I'll fix breakfast. Sakura's practically fast with excitement. That is odd. Sakura is really energetic in this one. No, I'm getting up. Alright, so let's head to the kitchen together. Okay, ready. Let's go, Sakura. Senpai? What is something wrong? No, exactly, but I believe you should change before you head back inside the house. Oh, I finally looked at myself. I fell asleep working last night. I'm still wearing my coveralls. The coveralls I wear while working are usually dirty. Who knows what Fushini would say or do if I went to house as a... Okay, I guess I'm not quite like it. Must be out a bit more than usual. You might be right, which is why you should leave breakfast to me. And you should take it easy, Senpai. Besides, Miss Fujiwara would be really angry if she saw the mess here. Yeah, I'll get you. So you go on ahead. Okay, I'll be waiting, Senpai. Sakura quickly walks out. Okay then. I'll change in my school uniform first and then hit to collect the parts that I left scattered around. The storehouse is the corner in the backyard and all sorts of junk is crammed in here. You know, I always like to tinker with gadgets so the place of the treasure trove to me. The old man forbade me to go into the storehouse, but I ignored this morning. It's stuck inside almost every day. Now it's sort of a base for me. I guess you could call this place my real room. The massive enemy house never felt homely to me. So I always felt at ease here, surrounded by all this junk. That's nice, this place. Maybe junk, but there's still a lot of it still works. Majority of the things in the storehouse are everyday things, mostly unusual. I'm not sure where I brought it all in because I liked it in here, or liked this place because it was full of junk. Anyway, I stuck in this warehouse momentarily and made it sort of a hobby of fixing broken things. Not the type of gets attached to things, but it just don't feel right to me to like things that are still useful. Or maybe it would be better to say the idea of doing that just bothered me, which is why I stayed up all night trying to fix the broken stuff. I guess I'll be done tomorrow. Honestly, feeling late. It's proof I'm not concentrating. I shake off my self-discussion that I gathered the parts in the shelf and put back on the shelf, wait to get fixed. There's no more room though. Once I fix the shelf, an old VCR is up next. Both ports are destroyed by Fushini. We can set that aside for now. Right, so you're like a cousin of mine. Fucking destroyed his Xbox by just banging on it while I was reading this. Okay then. My dad tried to fix it, but yeah, at that point it's a fuck it. Because yeah, Microsoft put like special software on it, so that way it's that only they had, and he tried to do it like with a new hard drive, it wouldn't work. And I changed my school uniform, and since my storehouse it's like my own room, I have all the essentials including the change of clothes in here. The rest of the things are like cat wraps, drawn poop, and scattered all over the little piece of junk. But I failed attempts at fixing various things. And there's some sort of power card into the storehouse more. Perhaps they used some sort of altar in the past. Okay, gotta work hard again today. I caught my hands a prayer at the storehouse and turned towards the mansion. I walk into the store from the storehouse to the mansion. The immediate residence is a Japanese samurai-style house located on the outskirts of town. My old man wasn't from a noble family, yet for some reason he owned this giant house. That in and of itself is a mystery. It all seems like he didn't have any relatives here in Japan. And so when my old man died, there was no one else to inherit the mansion, so it came to me as his adopted son. Though to be honest, I don't have any administrative abilities. So things like inheritance, property taxes, any other complicated things are all handled by Old Man Fujiwara. Old Man Fujiwara is a major businessman who lives nearby. Christy described Old Man Fujiwara as an old man who's like a Yakuza boss. Obviously, that was his own biased views. In fact, Old Man Fujiwara is not like the Yakuza boss. He is a Yakuza boss. That may be a problem in itself, but I try not to dwell on it. Anyway, that's why I live in this giant mess on my own. It's been 5 years since my old man died. Time sure just flies. I'm thinking about how much I've grown since those 5 years. I've changed every day, become like a crucible, but easier said than done. I'm It's not surprising since I don't have what it takes from the start. But the fact that I haven't improved at all these past 5 years forces me to reassess things. If I had to sum up my current situation, I'd say I set the bar too high. I haven't even reached the starting line. No, roasting won't do me again. For now, I just have to do what I can. Okay then. What I need to do is... Oh, okay. I'm gonna go help Sakura. Hey, I need to help Sakura. Making someone younger than me do all the work would be embarrassing. Yeah, I feel bad for Sakura coming here early in the morning. But it's too late. Breakfast looks like alright. If appetizers send breakfast, Sakura cooks. We'll stop being up from the kitchen. Sakura finished cooking and she's scratching the cup, searching for cup holders for dishes. Sorry, I can't lose So go on and sit down. Oh, you're already here, senpai? It's exactly as quick. I'm always 10 past 6. And that's when we're usually eating breakfast. So yeah, I'm overstocked. I don't believe that's true. You're not in the school club, so it's still early. Clubs have nothing to do with it. And if they do, going by in the morning must be a lot of trouble since you have a morning practice. Oh, well, I want to do this, so please don't worry about me. Yeah, I keep saying that, which is why I wake up early. Oh no. If you're coming by, it'll be rude to just be asleep. To me, waking up early is before Sakura gets here. I was convinced I made Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today. Although this arrangement is, I started my only about a year and a half ago. You said Sakura. Food needs to be made and set on the table, so at least let me do that. Sakura pulls out the dishes. Sakura has surprisingly summertime, so she won't tell us until I'm ready to push. And let me help. I'll plate the food, so please take out the rice bowl, senpai. No, I'm saying I'll do it myself. No, you should. The head of the house. The least you could do is sit and act all for it. All for it. It won't be much to head of the house that made you do all the work while I sit back now, would I? Come on, go on, sit in the room, Sakura. Yo, Melmo's. Please be kind. To that kind of head of house. I'm also doing this to pay you back for all the delicious meals you and me. So, I'd like for you to relax. God. Yeah, I can see why people see her as a waifu. She definitely does act like a... You can definitely see a bit of like traditional like Japanese housewife in there. Like acting like all concerned for us. Hey, we split across the groceries, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. In fact, I'm the one who should be thanking you ever since you started coming by. I've been eating a lot better. I knew it. You don't get it, do you, senpai? That's not why your meals are very good. What do you mean? No, never mind. But feel responsible because I can't enjoy a meal anywhere else now. That's a weird thing to say. But if you're here, I hear that. She doesn't get sarcastic jokes. You're right. It would be great if Mr. Fushila heard that. Alright, so don't say stuff like that. No, I won't. I won't say anything like that, so I can help you, right, senpai? Sakura looks at me in the eyes so naturally calmly. Fine, do what you want. But if you want to so badly, I'll have you do everything. Yes, I will do as I please. So you don't listen to anything I tell you anymore, Sakura. I mean, dude, she just wants to make you happy. Sure. That's the truth. Maybe I'm more like Miss Fujiwara. Although, again, she does come off as a bit too helpful. But she responds softly as races towards Scalford. Her dark hair gracefully falls over her shoulders, and the curves of her body catch my eye. I can't explain it, but it's awkward. I'm not sure if it's our age, but Sakura's been looking more feminine lately. Looking more feminine? Her casual movements or profile are so pretty. I irreverently avert my eyes. Senpai, is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's baffling. Why the hell am I getting nervous around my friend's younger sister? Sakura's just really good at it, consider a young friend of mine. And she's someone I need to look after. She's a younger sister of a friend of mine. We used to be friendly, although initially we weren't very close, and she's a great bull on me. So only a year and a half ago, our relationship became more what it is now. Sakura started becoming and cooking meals for me when I got her, and things like that. Things kind of upsetting like that. What's my Master Duel session? Yeah. I'm thinking like maybe next week. Because I think next week, yeah, when I get back into like Master Duel. Right now I'm just trying to push out visual novels for this week. So yeah, probably not this Sunday that's coming up, the following Sunday. Because yeah, and then probably get back into things, probably start going through card collection again, and then probably go back into probably Master Duel. I think the arrangement is supposed to be until I got better, but I guess some other things happened. Somehow she ended up helping out our houses, all the tours. Anyway, Sakura's good cook and her cleaning laundry skills are perfect. So yeah, got quite a bit, but shouldn't be much next week. Just so long as I get things situated so I can get these toast out of my room. Also, I just noticed my cat. Let's look there, my cat wants out. Come on down, Kiri. God. The cats are silly. Okay, having her come early in the morning to pick up, but that's been the scary one. Make it in that 2024 box. Yeah, probably not on my list. Sakura isn't the problem, it's me. Because I'm fired by my princess are part of the reason I feel guilty. Usually I'm faced, but I push when I get caught off guard like now. I'm more aware that's problematic as a senpai. I know most. I mean, right now, for the set on my radar is Supreme Darkness. Because it's got my interest in that, for like its name and stuff, so... Although, we have yet to know anything, really. I was hoping that shit would actually come out on that for this week. But no, I have to wait next week, because, yeah, they have to finish up all those themes and stuff, so... I mean, I'm just hoping to see it because it's supposed to come out in October, so... No, not Light of Destruction, the upcoming set in Japan, which is supposed to be Supreme Darkness. It comes out, was announced, like, I think like back in July or something like that. So yeah, and I'm just waiting for that. I'm on phase, but when I blushed, I get caught off guard now, and I wonder where it's the problem. I guess there's a pie. Yeah, some people on Reddit are saying probably evil heroes. We might also... I'm just hoping we get DDs too. Although, since we got Procure cards, maybe Procure support? Possibly. Or yeah, maybe Panic. Like, dude, we need to actually rechange the Panic's cards. That would actually be badass. Especially since, too, Panic is, like, one of Panic's boss monsters that actually has connections to, DDD, because he appears in, DD Headhunt and also, Dark Contract with the Yamatai. Another Dark, yeah, possibly. But yeah, we'll have to see. Breakfast is lined up immediately on the table. Perfectly balanced meals, chickens and parsley salad, grilled salmon, poached sesame, miso soup, and radish and carrots, and grated yam soup. Although, probably for this this could also be possible. Those maybe, but I don't know if that would fit the whole the name of Supreme Darkness, but then again, that the names like can be like in Konami. That could be like a red herring. Balanced meal, chicken, parsley salad, grilled. Oh, dude, I'm fucking starving. I want this Surfer Chirpa miso soup shit here. Sounds fucking delicious. Thank you for the meal. Love all that comes at the same time. Sakura and I sit down below and begin our meal in silence. The gentle tapping of chopsticks only sound the room. Yeah, Sakura isn't used to be talkative. I hardly have anything to chat about during meals, so when we eat in silence. Normally it's much rowdier than this, but the person who usually causes a commotion must have watched a spy movie or something last night because she's eyeing the two of us through the newspaper. She popped up in front of her food. Miss Fujiwara, it may not be wise to read while you eat. Sakura mumbles differently, but Fujiwara Fushini ignores her. Fushini is acting weird, but her being weird at breakfast isn't all that weird for her. Sakura's used to it too. She's eating as if nothing's the matter. Sakura typically cooks much in the dishes. She only began learning to cook Japanese dishes since she started coming here to help me out. Sakura learned to cook a simple Japanese dishes, at least for breakfast, because Fushini and I prefer them. Now Sakura's cooking skills have improved to the point where she's better than me. And I'm the one who's was teaching her. But yeah, I'm predicting that next set for Supreme Darkness is gonna be like focused on Arc 5. Because I know it's like a pattern really. It's like basically we get like the big support and then we get support from another anime. And whoever the anime that support is from will actually be the big set for like the next set or something like that. Her miso soup is a favorable. For find out, she's even got where she creates your yams that makes yam soup. Actually, it takes a day. It's the first time she's ever seen yam soup. But yeah, since the last set was basically that bee stuff from Arc 5, I'm thinking yeah, Arc 5 is gonna be the big one. So it's like I'm predicting it's either gonna be Reiji or it's gonna be Shingo. So yeah, we're gonna get probably DDs or Abyss actors. I actually think that the first time she's serving yam soup. Sorry, Sakura. Can you pass the soy sauce? Here. Oh, senpai. You run out of soy sauce. You use your serve. Yeah, I can use Fushini. Pass it over. Mr. Fujiwara, do you mind? Fushini nods. Newspaper suffers. Here you go. Are you going to use it for your yam soup? Yeah, everyone puts soy sauce on great yams. Soy sauce on yams! Okay, I need to start trying this shit. Line the soy sauce unseen from the pile onto the grated divine mouth. I stir the mixture up and pour it in on my rice and take a bite. This is it. The sickiness of the grated yam combined with the intense flavor of the soy sauce. Well, what the hell? This isn't soy sauce, this is oyster sauce! Yeah, alright, freaking soy sauce on yam. We got oyster on yam. It's like having salted milk. Like, no worse, she was being quiet. Fushini tossed her newspaper onto the table and produced a slick of her wrist. What do you think of my little stunt switching the oyster sauce to soy sauce labels first thing in the morning? The not so mysterious spy punches the air in victory. I think you and Jake would definitely agree on that, Orion. Plus, on top of that too, she is the granddaughter of a yakuza. Blah blah blah. So, who pulls us out like that at first thing in the morning? You're going to turn 25 this year, but you're still in the same childish Fushini I've always known. Yeah, I'll teach you a lesson after yesterday. You and everyone else ganged up on me to serve divine justice. People can't enact justice. I knew you were really quiet. Can't believe you're applying this since yesterday. You have entirely too much free time on your hands. As an American-born Chinese, we'll admit that was disgusting. Oh no, trust me. You have not seen. This is just the beginning of her shenanigans. Right, because of that, I really need to get to work in on the grade test. So I need to get out, or else I'm in real trouble. You have puked in something and forever if you have tasted something she made. Yeah, this is why Shiro and Sakura are the cooks in this game. Thanks for me. I'll preface as great as usual, Sakura. Oh, this is my pleasure. Oh, and now I'm heading off. You two will be in trouble if you're late for school. And off she goes, stopping without out in a rush. There's something terribly wrong with that world that wants someone like her to be a teacher. Senpai? Sorry, that Fushigi. I really savored the preface you look so much to work into making. No, it's not that, what did you do to Miss Fushigi? Yesterday, she usually wouldn't go so far as to mess with someone's meal. Well, I accidentally called her by her nickname. Well, I guess they're so avoiding her getting angry again. And you didn't apologize. I love how basically some of the people in the Type Moon series, like franchise, basically just goes out and do paid things over nicknames. Sorry, I forgot. Only because that kind of stuff happens all the time. So, not good. You know how much Mr. basically call her nickname. You make her cry. You made her cry again, didn't you? Not only did I make her cry, she also ran away like a scared rabbit. And thanks to that incident, yesterday's English class ended up being a study hall. Yeah, probably not should be a teacher if she does that. In fact, everyone in class worked together to made a award for me from their notebook paper because of that. I threw it away, obviously. Oh my, sounds like you brought down yourself then, Senpai. Fushigi is like an older sister to Sakura, so she's typically on Fushigi's side. Which is fine enough, but I wish you would consider the fact that I have to deal with Fushigi all day long. Fushigi was originally acquaintance of my old man, and she was swung by the house pretty frequently since I was adopted. She kept on coming over even after my old man died. Now acts like a freeloader, eating breakfast and dinner every day. Actually, it might have been thanks to Fushigi that I was able to make it on my own after my old man died. So I don't know if that would be really freeloading if she's helping out. And now it's me, Fushigi, and Sakura who are the residents of this Emiya house. But at the same time, I am the only one who knows that my old man was a mage. They say mages have to keep their part of their lives secret, which is why I'm also behind ours. From ours, I've been learning magecraft after I become my old man's apprentice. Learning may be a bit of a stretch. This spell named Jurassic Drop went from $4 to almost $5 thanks to Malistar tries now to be. Jesus. Well, that's pretty much the name of the game for that. Although, it's a good thing probably too if Supreme Darkness comes out. I'll be probably shitting myself. And when they see like the price for like D&D cards going up if they announce a new set for that. I'm probably be a bit stressed, but really since I can barely use Magecraft properly, so what would be making it a bit different if where I hide Magecraft or not. But since it was my old man's side wish, I've been training in secret. I finished the breakfast to get ready for school. Allure of Darkness, yeah, stock up, yeah. Good thing I have some structure text that actually came with that. Although, I can see probably like structure decks containing that alone would probably just go up. Just for that card. Dark Honest as well, yeah. Although, I think I actually do have Dark Honest. I finished the breakfast and get ready to school. By the way, the dishes with Sakura has listened to the news on the TV background. Sakura looking blankly at the TV. Flashing cast it into the reading. Gas leaks continue pops up on the screen. There seems to have been a big accident in the neighboring city of Shinto. It happened in a building in the business district. Apparently everyone on one of his floors lost consciousness from oxygen deprivation. Authorities have been calling in an accident sorry for the gas leaks, but for some reason these accidents have been happening often. Are you worried about the accident, Sakura? Yeah, well, not really. Just thinking it happened in Shinto, which is very close to us. Senpai, your part-time job is in Shinto, right? Yeah, but the shop's not that big. I don't think an accident like that would happen there. But I can't entirely know the idea either. Gas leaks can happen in any building, and especially pains me to think that hundreds of people have fallen victim. Some say that these accidents happen because of faulty construction work done during the rapid development projects in Shinto. Yeah, which can happen. Or people just being lazy, not paying attention. I mean, heck, it took like what? Basically, I moved down here in Lafayette in January of 2020, and then like the next month they start working on a sidewalk. They have it ripped up and everything, but they had all these other projects. So that sidewalk was nothing but rocks and shit. Until basically I come back towards goes to Gen Con of this year. So like 2.5 years and they didn't fucking do shit. Some say that accidents are happening in the middle of the factory. Faulty construction work done in rapid development projects in Shinto. Anyway, I was hoping it would be there wouldn't be any more victims. I was actually thinking it was gonna be where like people that became freshmen at the school would go in, and then like when they graduate and it would be done. But yeah, I think they just become. By the way, it got tore up. The freshmen I think are now pretty much went in as juniors. Sorry, we need to be careful too. No, don't worry about that, Senpai. Always make sure to check on that. That gas is turned off properly twice. Sakura probably claims. No, that's not my point. Yep, I've always known Sakura's a little off too. Wait. Oh wait, they actually be going in as a senior. My bad. I just now realized that. The survival game you want to test I try. Okay, I could probably put it into like probably next month. Gold Fear. Let me look that up real quick. That was Sakura's a little off too. Let's see. Ah, it's for PS2. No way, it's also on Steam. Oh yeah, this actually would be like... Okay, looking at it, it says like on the Wikipedia page, this was met with mixed reviews, with many critics comparing it unfavorably to Resident Evil 4. Although the critics were generally impressed with the environments and opening scenes, they found the game too short and it felt like it failed to live up to the promise in the beginning. Looks like it had a commercial failure, but yeah, I think it's like kind of okay from what it looks like. Yeah, I could probably see about giving it a shot since like, oh okay, so it's Ubisoft. This is like, I guess it's Ubisoft's answer to like Resident Evil. No, it's no Sakura off too. I mean, I am gonna be planning to stream like the Silent Hill 2 remake, so I could probably see about picking that up. Senpai, do you lock the back door? I pulled it. Is that a problem? No. I locked it. All the doors. What time do you plan to be at today, Senpai? I think I'll be home a little late. What about you, Sakura? I should be back in time, usual time. I think I'll be back before you. I'll make preparations there. Yeah, I'll be great. I'll try to come home as soon as possible. Although, there's like some things I really need to figure out for like Halloween besides Silent Hill 2 remaster. Well, remake. There is like that game I did get like a year ago. Yeah, it's like that clock tower. I need to play that too. Yeah, that'll be great. I'll try to come home as soon as possible too. Ever played any race? Oh yeah, I have, but all of my off time really. The game is Loctite. Although there is that one game I know Grace, my friend Grace actually was recommending. It's basically a racing game, but it's also an RPG. It's like racing and RPG together. Like what the heck is this random magic? Sakura and Fujini both have keys to the house, and the rule is that whoever leaves last is in charge of locking everything up. Let's go. You'll be late for more practice. We don't hurry. Okay, then let's hurry this, Senpai. Grail Rush. I actually think I've heard that name before. Sakura and I walk into town. We walk downtown along the wall. We reach the more populated residential area. The Miya house is located atop the hill, away from the center of town. Leaning down the hill leads us to the residential area. They have the PC really gadget. Although, I do actually, now that I say, I do wonder if when Phil Spencer will actually announce plans to actually finally integrate Steam into Xboxes. So he did hint at that like earlier this year. So going further down, we reached the intersection at the center of town. Although I think I'll probably trade in my Series S for an X though. Just so that way I have like more like power and stuff. So that way, if Steam games they get added, then I'll just freeload off onto the Xbox. Which is several roads lead out to the center of town. There's a large bridge that connects to the neighboring town. A hill that leads to the Ryu Temple. A residential area located opposite my house. A shopping district both Sakura and I often go to. And finally there's a path that leads to our school. We head straight to the school without taking any detours. It's 7 o'clock, there's hardly anyone around. The students are making their way to the morning club activities, the only ones to be following along our route. See you later, good luck with practice. See Sakura off at the school gate as usual. Sakura seems to think about this is where I usually split off. And yet, Sakura doesn't budge this morning. Sakura, are you not feeling well or something? No, it's not that stuff. Maybe it's time you come visit the dojo. When does the remaster? Yeah, when does the remake come out again? I know it's like next month. Besides, Issei asked me to do something. I need to go to the sitting council room. I suppose you're right. I'm sorry for bringing it up. Sakura quickly bows her head. Okay, yeah, it's October 8th. Okay. I'm gonna go then. Please I'll look forward to dinner tonight. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna be playing on 5, but yeah. Right. I thought I was supposed to take it. Supposed to come out a year after or something. Sakura's the Dojo. See me on what is that? Or what it was all about. Although, I hope to God we don't have like funny ass bugs. If we do, I can't really get upset about that because it's just funny content. You say you in? I'm here. You're a little late this morning. He said Garrus of it that's looking like it's been signing some papers. Is it just you said you say? Where's the rest? They should be school by now. Well, it's unfortunately the rest of the members are still very on the clock. They all have their set work hours, so they don't want to come in earlier or stay late. So that's why the student council president is doing busy work himself. I guess you got your own problems to deal with. Well, I'd love for these sorts of problems. I know you're there to be, I mean. What are you talking about? Not incentivizing with you. Well, that's too bad. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. After all, the fact of the matter is, you're still there. You say he was Gary's papers onto a single sheet of tapping edge against the table. Square nearby is the big boss of the student castle. He's been working your farm. The student castle, which has gone quite lapsed, and it's been a friend of mine since our first year of school. His full name is Issei Ryudo. Despite his old-fashioned shrine name, he has elegant facial features and is popular with the girls. He's also a student council president, so you think he would have a leg up over everyone else, but that's not exactly the case. Although, if I remember right, he doesn't really like women. And nothing else going on, so. Yeah. Hot cup of tea in the morning. Or is it, yeah, or I think he's just mostly just friend in general. Saying stuff like that, he sips his tea and prevents it with quite sicking landing. I mean, Isuke is quite funny. He's proud to Mr. said yet never travels with relationships, nor does he what typical students do for fun. He's the heir of the Grail temple, which sits on top of a mountain. He himself understands that he will inherit the temple, and there's a strong possibility he will shave his head without so much as a complaint as soon as he graduates from school. So what do you want me to do today? Well, I'd like you to sit down and relax. We really don't have the time. I'll explain as we go, so grab your tools and follow me. Let me get right to the point. Our school's spending habits are quite extreme. I know. That fight caused our favor, and there's not much money to go throughout to other places. Exactly, as a result, the culture calls get the short end of the stick. I'm trying my best to establish a fair budget of arts, but my trail has been pretty muddy, which is making my life hard, so arts are suffering. Lack of it appears during the winter, especially concerning. I have no solution for that. Let's see, hey, give me a 5-star scooter for the big one, and I'll give me some conductors too. Yeah, the ones that look salvageable. Conductors, these? Sorry, I don't really know my way around tools. You can get bad if I'm wrong. That's why you got right, so how about the fact? Is there anything else that's broken? Yes, the heating system in the second audio-visual room and the art club. There might be on its last leg. Forums requesting to purchase new ones are piling up by the minute. You're saying that there's no room in the budget. Well, this one's just corroded. Good thing that the inside is still intact. Oh, that's the one. Oh, is that one salvageable, Emiya? Yeah, I can fix it. It's a good thing all machines are easy to figure out. The wire's just burned out, so as long as it gets replaced, that should have lasted till the end of the year. That's so. There you go, Emiya. I'm glad you're so reliable and helpful. You say some weird stuff these days. Oh, hey, I'm almost done, so go ahead and step out. Got it. Oh, okay, you're right. Isuke quickly steps out of the classroom. You might be thinking I'm going to start on some sensitive work. Well, I guess you can call it sensitive work. I put my head into the old electric stove. No matter how long someone's been fixing things, they can't usually figure out what's wrong by sight. So the fact that I can means what I'm doing is not ordinary. Close my eyes, look inside the stove by touch, and then suddenly a single image pops in my head. Oh, nice wire friend. There are two places where the wire is about to break. The electrical pipes should last a bit longer. Power cord should be fine with just insulation tape. Good. I should be able to fix it with just the tools I brought along. Electrical pipes were broken and won't be fixable by an amateur. And that being the case, a certain strafing would have to be done, which no amateur can manage, but I should be able to fix it with one by sight. The spacecraft rescue taught me. Okay, let's begin. Take off the cover to begin the repairs. I already know where it's broken, so the rest should work as easy. This is the one thing I'm good at. There's right. I, Cyril, and Mia have absolutely no talent in Magecraft, but for some reason I have a knack for visualizing structures of things, improvements like I did now. No man once saw me imagine and recreate a blueprint. He looked surprised and admired. What a useless talent! Especially how fiercely pointless. Actually, that wouldn't be actually considered useless for like businesses and stuff. Especially since too, if they want to like figure out like purchase things and figure out how like things work for like rival companies and then break it down, and then modify it in their own way in a sense. So that way you're not would be technically stealing or like stuff. So much of talent would be pointless. According to my old man. The fact that I can visualize the object structures isn't really helpful. A mage knowing what it needs to survey an object structure like I do. In place, a major struggle is to instantly seek out object center or its core and transform it as quickly as possible. That's why reading blueprints is a waste of time, even if that only helps seek out areas for magical energy to pass through, yeah. So yeah, mage level that would be considered useless. In other ways, not really. So, fixing broken stuff like this one is the only thing I'm good at. After all, I don't have to open up the entire thing to find the problem. I can find the problem quickly. I can fix most things as long as I know how to repair. Well done. I only do that with things that amateur reasonably can be expected to fix. Okay, done. What's next? Put away the conductors and a screwdriver wrench. I head out to the hallway. Issei, the repairs are done. Oh hey. A female student is standing next to Issei in hallways. I'm a little surprised. The girl talking to Issei is Rin Tosuga, a second year from Class A. She lives in a giant western style mansion up on a big hill, and she's an extraordinary art student. She's pretty smart, athletic, and no flaws at all. She's intelligent, polite, and she never brags about her looks. She's the ideal girl to guys, apparently. Which is why the male students treat her like it now. But Tosuga is just too good, and she become unattainable. The guys all say that the only people who can talk to Tosuga are Isuke and the teachers. Well, okay, I'm also a guy. I'm also including myself in the list of their admirers. Tosuga is also looked at as annoying. I guess rumors are true that Isuke and Tosuga don't get along. I'm sorry. I was the one who asked you for a favor and made you do all the work. Forgive me. Well, this is pretty gassy. Let's see. Talking to me, completely ignoring Ren Tosuga like that. Don't worry about it. So what's next? There's not much time. The next one is the audiovisual room. I hear it's been on this last leg for a while. Apparently it's finally given out. If it said it won't be able to fix it, might be better to buy a new one. That might be true, but I appreciate if you look at it anyway. They might think it's dead, but it might just be plain dead to you. I think so, then let me take a look. There's only about 3 minutes until it starts. I need to hurry and fix it, or I'll run out of time. I head to the audiovisual room, but I realized I'm completely ignoring Tosuga Riburu, so I turned to face her since she's standing there the whole time. You're early, Tosuga. I poured out the first thing that comes to mind and followed Issei. You made it just in time. Sorry for all the trouble. I'm a bad friend for asking a favor from you and making you like your boss. Don't sweat, it won't be a problem if I'm late. Where it might be an issue if you were late. That's true, but I'm glad we made it. Issei exhales a sigh of relief and answers to his ask. It's exactly 8 o'clock. 5 more minutes until after the bell room rings. Fushini will enter the classroom. Phew. My breathing labored since I ran from the audiovisual room. I take a deep breath before I take a seat. And this is asshole. What's with all the commotion so early in the morning, Amy? I didn't realize you became rude. Whipping boy after you quit our club. Not that I care, but since you have no principles of your own, don't do anything to ruin our rep. Dude, you ruined our rep just by existing. Alright. Standing in front of the desk, Shinji Mato has been a friend of mine since middle school. His last name Mato, and he's also Sakura's overright. He's 1 year older than her. Yo, things that the Kudo Club are going well, Shinji? Of course, there's no point in telling now, so I like it. But the club's nice and peaceful now. That there's one more swimmer trying to hog all the attention. We're definitely going to make waves in the next tournament. So so. Yes, Mitsuru's working really hard. What the hell are you talking about? I'm the only reason that the Kudo Club is setting records. You've been outside for a long time, so stop acting like you know it all. Or you're going to embarrass yourself. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Besides, I'm not involved in the cause, so I wouldn't really concern myself with it much. I put my bag on my desk and pull out the chair back. What that's supposed to mean? Are you saying that my Kudo Club's boring to you? I'm not saying that. It's just I'm not involved at all. I'm not part of the club anymore, so it's not right for me to just drop into the dojo. If there's anything you need, just let me know. I'll help out whatever you need. I remember you were going good at fixing and swinging bows. Yeah, thanks. I'll give you a call if there are ever chores to be done. Although I doubt that ever happened. Well, that's good. A captain at least busy work behind. Won't be much of a captain. Just try not to trouble Miss Fushimura. She's terrifying as she gets, man. Mind your own business. Just remember you're not a member of the club anymore, so don't go near the dojo. And just like that, Shinji heads off it. Do a seat and all self-impostor as ever. He doesn't seem moodier than usual. How can you talk to you like that? He was the one who kicked you out. Oh, Issei, you were there the whole time? What do you mean? How can you be so cold to me when I was listening intently to the conversation? I like a surf for a friend. What does that concern have to do with it? I haven't done anything worth worrying about. Cool. Of course I'm concerned. I have a short fuse. Now, granted, if you punched Shinji, that would have gotten you some applause, but it probably wouldn't have made the girls happy. It'd be right for me to put my friend in such an unpleasant position. Although, it would make him happy once they probably realize what kind of a douchebag Shinji is. I get it. Yeah, good point. And thanks, Issei. Now, I think it will ever happen. Oh, I appreciate your concern. Good, as long as you understand, but I was surprised. You should get mad. And to drop hat. You're pretty tolerant with Mato. Yeah, but since she's been like that for as long as I know him, you get used to it. Guess that's how it is. It is. Now come on, go back to your desk if you're satisfied. It's almost time for Miss Fujiwara to dash in. More of the like normally the homeroom teacher comes to the classroom 5 minutes before the homeroom starts. Our teacher isn't what you call typical. Homeroom class 2C is typically starts 1 minute after the starting bell. In other words, the homeroom starts with sounds of Fushini shouts and hurried footsteps. Okay, man. Good morning, everyone. Fujini tumbles and I hear some kind of unnatural sound. After the hectic silence of a few seconds earlier, the classroom is now dead silent. Moves shift sharply. No wonder Fujini is called a human roller coaster. But honestly, the way she fell, it seemed like a lot happened there. Fujini hit her against the podium and she's still lying on the floor. Meanwhile, they're face down on a movie and it's everyone imagining the worst. If someone upset, wake her up. No, I know what to. She'll probably be like, bite me off or something if we get too close. It is not a maniac. Miss Fujiwara. Or would do that. Well, why don't you try to wake her up then? I say stuff like this. Don't like it earlier. I'm gonna make a girl to do it. Girls, the boys should step up and take control. Since the front row start to get rowdy. Instead of sitting in the middle row, so can see what's going on. So as we all stand up to get a look, hey, she's not moving. Did she faint? So I'm bringing up the obvious, but the problem is, how would you get to Fushimi? We get Fushimi to the infirmary. All like comrades of ours after our time dealing with Fushimi. All we know is thrilled by the idea of taking a teacher to the infirmary. It's very right. Okay. The big girl approaches. It's Fushimi is the movie. The class starts to grow concerned. That didn't look at her as usually. Aside to the center of the corner of the podium. That didn't hurt. Maybe we can recruit. Maybe we can recruit for the baseball team. That's more like a friend. The moment the tiger begins to head of the baseball team, we're bound for the big Keisha and Torben. Miss Fujiwara, is not responding. Hey, you're right. Next to her, wake her up. What? I don't want to. If she's dead, I'll be as good as that too. But things can get worse if we just leave her here. No one wants to get near her. Fine, then we have no choice but to go. We're last resort. You got that. Everyone on the same page. Except Shinji I. We keep quiet. Because the two of us dare not to be part of what happened. Ready? Wake up! Tiger! Comes out of Western even so many students speaking unison. We're Tiger, especially in novel. And yet, switch. Fujini is previously emotionally violent react. Moshimushi might be working. Everyone! Keep going. It's the punishment of the tiger! Everyone said it's just the mission of the test are approaching. A terrible idea apart, but some students start to wave their arms to chant Fujini's nickname. Wake up, Tiger! It's morning! You need to tiger up! Don't give in, Tiger! Stand up, Tiger! Come on, wake up! Time to wake the sleepy tiger! Tiger! T-I-G-R-E-R. Don't call me Tiger! Which is kind of funny because the certain body she does possess does say that. Like a sunball lightning striking. Fujini says very clear, so if the fall hardly scratched her. What are y'all doing? You guys should get out of your seats so doing homework. Come on, go back to your seats when we begin. Fujini went back to her nose outside the podium. It appears she recalled nothing between the time she jumped in the classroom and the time she woke up. Hey, Tiger doesn't remember everything. Sweet, we're lucky this morning. I don't know if you can call this lucky, honestly. Then shuffle back to your desk. Did someone just mock me? No, absolutely not. Must be your imagination. Right, then okay, we're going to start the Mario Rumble. So everyone, listen up. And she casually starts homeroom. He always calls it injustice, we announcements and go slowly. Which is why everyone should go home at an appropriate hour. Gates are close to 6, so everyone should come back to be should say longer than necessary. But 6 is already Taiga. Don't the Athletic Clubs get an exception? They would not. And Kuto, you better call me Miss Fushimara. And next time you call me my first name, I'll get mad, okay? Yes, ma'am. I'll be careful next time. Kuto sits back down, and it doesn't seem particularly verbose. Too easy. When Fujine says that she gets mad, she does. She gets mad. Doesn't matter if it's with a teacher or student. And that's the closest to a serious warning she's ever given. But Kuto doesn't realize it. that's it for today's Homeroom Nurses. I'll see you all in the previous English class. Appreciate it, Wizard and ladies. So that's Taiga Fushimura, teacher of Room 2C. The nickname Tiger. That might seem like a joke, but it isn't. She got the nickname because it sounds like her name Taiga, but Fushini hates it. According to her, it doesn't sound Finland. And she got the nickname because of how she acts. So, kind of had Eddie coming. Class will begin. Class duty. Lead the greeting. As Fushini exits the room, the first period teacher enters. Because Fushini takes up most of the homeroom time, mornings are always like this for class. And so the number day class ends, and there are so many types of students. Some rest of lots of club activities, and some hurry home, and some hang out with classroom after class. No in particular. So I don't really fit in any of those categories. Do you have a picking up for this morning? Do you have some more time? Yeah, it's not like I don't have any plans. It's not if I don't have any. The biggest reason I quit the Kudo Club, and the first one is that I want to prioritize my part-time job. The 5 years since I started part-time jobs to earn money for living expenses on my own after my old man died. And when you do so many different jobs with some requests you can't say no to. Today's one of them. I was asked to help her restock the product after the bar, since they wanted as many strong helping hands to get. Although I'm not sure I don't have to go help. The bar's likely asking anyone as an excuse to carry some folks to hang out afterwards. There's two options. I should. Alright. Alright. I think I'm gonna stop here. Okay, let's see. Because, yeah, my throw is starting to. We're starting to parch up a bit. Okay. Yeah, I got what else? I'll be back. Tomorrow we're gonna do Tsukihime remaster. I don't know, I need to figure out why YouTube chat is like acting like that. Okay. We're gonna do Tsukihime remaster tomorrow, and then next week I'm gonna probably hopefully get normalized because we're like towards the end of that. Let's see who's but yeah, stick around, we're gonna find some raid. No, we're gonna raid rolls. Looks like he's talking about fake grand order for like a webcast. So yeah, Morals, have a good weekend. Hope you enjoy basically the FGO remaster if you picked it up. This is your Demon Lord Dracosock signing off.